Hello friends, it's Monday and you know what that means. We have a lot of items to pull, so I am gonna jump right in. It's about 2 o'clock right now and I'm meeting a friend at the bins at 4, so hopefully I can get through all of this and get it all packed up into the post office, which I think I can. I did want to thank a couple people. We had some coffee support over the last week, so Isabel and Debbie, thank you so much. I did get myself a coffee today. I get myself a coffee every day anyways, but thank you guys so much for that support. Every time I see it come through, it just brings a smile to my face, so I appreciate you guys. Okay, first few things I have right here. This one was just on our hanging racks over here, but I just pulled it out to make it easy. This is the brand Mountain Hardware. This is called the Monkey Man Fleece. I've sold these several times. Normally 40 to 50 is what you can expect. Somebody this weekend offered me 30 and I thought about countering, but we're kind of headed out of winter. So this might sit until next fall, winter if I want to get the full value of it. So I went ahead and accepted 30. I got this from the bin. So what, that's $24 that I make minus cost of goods. So I'm still profiting over $20, which I think is great. Okay. Next up, this is one of those bras I mentioned the other day when I sold the under outfit one. I did find 2 of these True Kind bras. This is the first to sell. This one sold for $20, 21 cents plus shipping on eBay, and I paid $3.99, so I'm very excited about that. I mean, just those 2 so far I think have more than paid for everything I bought at the thrift that day. And then this you guys might have seen in a recent bins haul. I'm not going to try to pronounce it, but it looks like it's just like a card game. So it was new sealed at the bins. They only charge 69 cents for games and puzzles, so I always pick them up if they're new sealed. This one sold quickly for $16.16 plus shipping. All right, then we got a viewer bundle sale. I did pull these all out just to like weigh them all together and make it easier for me. So thank you, Debbie. She got this little Lego kit, some construction guys with the manuals. We got 2 rip skirts, pair of LL Bean hiking pants, and a pair of men's 511 tactical pants. All right, for that bundle, Debbie paid $83.27 plus shipping. Thank you so much for your support, Debbie. Okay, now the rest are in the boxes. So starting in EL. This is the brand Celestial, I think that's how you say that, Celestial Buddies, just a little Mars plush from the bins. This one sold for $7.77 plus ship. FK. This is the brand Chaser. I don't really buy this brand much anymore. I bought this from the bins because it's like a graphic tee and I was like so sure that Plato's would buy it, but they did not. Neither did Uptown. So I listed it. It sold fairly quickly on eBay though for $12.11 plus shipping, and I think it weighs under 4 ounces, so I did not pay much of anything for it. I think that's a good flip into $12. Okay, FB. Too many jeans in that box, but I'm pretty sure it's these ones. This is the brand George, so Walmart brand jeans from the bins, $16.16 plus shipping for these ones. Okay, FH. Got a pair of Crocs. I really love these. They are new with tag. I think, yeah. They're like a black glitter with the fuzzy lining, and I really like the, I don't even know if these are gibbets because they don't feel like the plasticky. They actually feel nice. Anyhow, you guys probably saw me find these at a regular Goodwill a couple weeks ago for $10.99. Oh dang, I did not put a screenshot. I think it was like 40. I need to check because it was such a good amount that these sold for. $48.56 plus shipping. So very awesome. Okay, FI. I don't know this brand. I don't even know how you pronounce it. It's Avellini. These are just I thought they were a cute sandal. I kind of bought them because I wanted to try them on. I had them in my closet for a while, just never reached for them. So I went ahead and listed them. They sold for $12.11 plus shipping, so not too bad. All right, EQ. Believe it or not, I think I sold 5 Talbots items this weekend, so that's why I love Talbots. This sold for $16.16 plus ship, which is not a ton, but it's from the bins. This is just a little linen tank. This probably weighed a couple ounces. So yeah, why not? I think some of the other pieces have sold over 20. All right, FA. This sold really fast. Lily Pulitzer top from the bins, $29.12 plus ship. I'd say that sold in just a couple days. That one was not really faded at all, so I was really happy to find that. Okay, FG. This is the brand Built. This is new with tag. I got this at a normal Goodwill though for $5.99. It sold in just a couple days though for $26.89 plus shipping. Okay, FM. Here it is. Oh yeah, this is probably one of the better sales of the weekend. The third Faraday shirt sold. I think these all sold within about a week of me listing them. Yeah, $7.99. This one sold for the most, $61.70 plus shipping. It's funny because like I kind of in my head like rated them to which one would sell most least, and this one I thought would sell for the least, and the first one that sold for the least I thought would sell for the most just based on like the colorway, but that is okay. I am so happy with these flips, so I think I'm gonna make a little reel about it, but basically $7.99 times 3, I paid $24 out of pocket, and I turned those 3 into about $152 gross, which I think that's great in just a week. Because I would say that's at least right about $100 profit. And I remember the day I found those, I only went to Goodwill that day because I was waiting on Once Upon a Child to finish up my buy. So I had like an hour and I just got lucky. Lucky. I think lucky is just because I'm there all the time. You know, I'm going to find something. I feel like that's a little bit better than stuff I would normally find. But yeah, I'm very grateful. All right, we're headed over to this room. All right, we're starting out in GT. This is the brand GH Bass. Is it Bass? Or, yeah, I think it's Bass & Co. This I think was just Chris's old shirt, so I probably got it at a Goodwill originally, no more than $6. It only sold for $10.49 plus ship, but he wore it, so making all our money back I think is great. GE. Got a Duluth Trading Co. men's plaid from the bins. This sold for $14.54 plus ship. GD. A pair of Abercrombie & Fitch men's jeans from the bins. These were a skinny, I believe. I tried them at the buy sell trades, but they passed because of that reason. I sold them for $14.54 plus $14.53 plus ship, and they sold fairly quick on eBay. All right, FZ. Old Navy chino short, just basic black short from the bins, but new with tag, $10.49 plus ship. GS. I do not know how you say this brand. I don't know if you guys can see that tag. It's UTSA. This I just got from Whatnot, I believe. I wanted to try it on. It just did not work for me, so I listed it. It only sold for $6.56 plus ship. I'm positive that's more than I paid for it though, so let's just call this one breaking even. All right, GV. I don't know how you'd pronounce most of these brands, I guess. This one, I have a few items listed. This one sold for $17. It's Bohme. Yeah, I don't know if that's like a little boutique brand or what, but every time I find this stuff, it's really cute. It doesn't sell super fast, but I just like to have cute things in my closet, so I usually buy it. Okay, FZ again. This is the brand Born. Just some basic wedge slide sandals from the bin. Someone offered $15. I did accept that. Okay, GN. More Talbots. Yeah, this one sold for a good amount. So $24.26 plus shipping, just for a basic sweater from the bins. I do notice this red, white, and blue colorway basically in anything usually sells really well. So yeah, that's from the bins. I'm really happy with that sale. Okay, and I think the last bunch is going to be in the other row. So let's head over there. All right, starting in box Z. Pair of Eddie Bauer men's just plaid cargo shorts. These I thought would sell for like 20 bucks, but they didn't. They sold for $9.33 plus ship, but that's okay. They are from the bins. All right, BW. This is the brand Lucy, like an activewear brand. I see this at the bins a lot. I don't usually buy it, but these are like a flare legging, so I thought it was a good style. Glad I picked them up. They sold for $21.83 plus ship fairly quickly, so I think that's worth it. Okay, AX. More Talbots. This one's like just a Sherpa fleece pullover from the bins, $14.53 plus shipping. D. All right, this is the brand Oboes. You guys probably saw me find these in a recent thrift with me, just at a Goodwill for $12.99. They sold on eBay for $40.46 plus shipping, so pretty quickly. I did want to note on these, somebody offered me $12 on them on Posh. I had them listed at like $59. So I didn't even I did not decline. I did not counter. I just let the offer expire. And then once that offer expired, our Posher VA sent out the normal 20% off, which brought it down to like $47. And then that guy just declined my Posher VA offer. And then, yeah, they sold just a few minutes after he declined on eBay, not to him, to a different person based on the names. Yeah, for the $40.46. So just thought that was a funny story. I don't know why anyone thought I would accept $12. But yeah, really glad with that quick sale on these. I like selling the brand Oboes. I have a pair of boots I need to get listed. Okay, AR. Why am I missing it? Okay, got a pair of Crocs glitter flip-flops. These were from Once Upon a Child. They are a small women's size. I almost didn't buy them because of that, but since I think I got these for free with credit. Normally Once Upon a Child prices Crocs at $11, but the sandals they price a little bit less. I believe these were $4.50, but when I had my $10 coupon, I think I bought a pair of Teva and then like one other thing that day. So I don't know. For the 3 pairs, let's say I have like $1 out of pocket into each. These sold for $20.21 plus shipping. So I thought that was good. Okay, AO. Pair of men's Lucky Brand jeans from the bins, $21.83 plus shipping. These are even like an older model based on the tag, and they still sold quickly for that much. So I like selling men's Lucky Brand a lot. Got another Talbot's item. This is that older tag Talbot's, but it was silk, so that's why I got it. It was just a really soft sweater. Thought it was perfect colors for spring. It sold quickly on eBay for $20.21 plus shipping. Okay, Jay. Pair of Roxy women's flip-flops from the bins. These sold for $8.87 plus ship. Each. Very basic REI shirt. I find these at the bins all the time. Usually grab them just because they're super lightweight. They usually sell for at least 10 bucks. This one sold for $12.11 plus ship. I think that's great. Okay, box Q. This is the brand Zach and Rachel. I only bought this at the bins because it was new with tag. It sold for $16.16 plus shipping. I think that's really good. Right, AC. This is going out to our viewer, Paula. Thank you so much. It's the brand Quince, which I do love selling this brand. I just think they have nice stuff, very like neutral basics. This is just, yeah, like a short sleeve tee. Paula bought it for $7.46 plus shipping. I think I got this from the bins, yeah. And I know it's super basic and I knew it wasn't going to sell for a lot, but when I felt it, I was like, oh, it's like, I think it's a cotton modal blend and I just love it. So I wanted to buy it and sell it and I did. So thank you, Paula. I hope you love that. Box DM. I think I'm making maybe a few cents profit off of these after over 2 years. I wrote down January 2023 is when I bought these. It's a pair of men's Skechers. I did pay $12.99 for them because if you can see, they basically look new. So at the time, I was doing really well with Skechers. These are men's 8.5, so that's not a horrible size either. I really don't know. Sometimes stuff just doesn't sell, and that's okay. I finally got them sold, though, for $17.97 plus shipping. So, yeah, minus my original cost of goods. Not leaving a lot of profit, but it's nice to know you can just kind of clearance stuff out and still just get back your cost of goods. Because now I have my $12.99 back to buy something better. Okay, CF. This is why I don't pass Walmart new at tag stuff at the bins because it usually sells fine. You guys saw me sell those jeans. And then this is a Time and True, just a sweatshirt. This sold for $11.21 plus ship fairly quickly. I guess it depends what your goals are as far as reselling because that might seem like a low price. But to me, I just want to give you guys an idea. So the weekend sales, I don't like keep track of every single day, but on the weekend, I kind of like to just get an idea of what I sold before I show it all to you. And today a couple sales came in after I checked, but it was like $1,103 and then like 2 or 3 more sales came in. So it's probably around $1,150 for everything I'm showing you. And then when I checked the profit, it was like $549 or something. So for 2 days worth of sales to make $549, yes, it's a lot of sales, but like you can see, now we're at $219. I'm going to have these shipped in like an hour. You know, I've already done all the work for the most part. So, you know, like all these sales really, really do add up. So like selling 40 things and making $500 on a weekend, over $500 profit, I think is so good. But I know that's not what everyone's doing. I know a lot of you are probably part-time resellers and an $11 sale is honestly laughable. So let me know what you guys think. I'm saying all this because I just this morning had an Instagram comment from somebody just saying like, what's your opinion? Another reseller told me to do high sell-through rate items. So if I could find enough high sell-through rate items to keep my store stocked at every given moment, to make the exact same, like to make, my goal is to make at least $200 profit a day, which I can usually do that. But I don't think I could do that if all I was doing was sourcing high sell-through rate items, because I don't think I could personally, just by myself, find that many. So again, whatever your goals are, I think is good. I don't think it has to be the same as mine. But yeah, as long as you are meeting your goals or working towards them, I think that's all that matters. All right, thanks for letting me talk about that little side note. Sometimes like the Instagram comments I get in my head about, but I realize everyone's just like trying to learn and figure out what's the best way to do things. So it also helps me reevaluate how I do things and if I should do them different or better or whatever you think about that. I'm realizing this sale is in DZ, which is the top box here. So let me grab that. All right, we got a pair of Dance Go sandals from the bins. These sold for $14.97 plus shipping. All right, box H. Columbia shorts. I'm going to double check when I ship these because, okay, my label says Columbia shorts, which these are, so it's got to be these because nothing else in there was a Columbia short, but I don't know why in my head I was thinking they were either black or navy, but these are clearly gray. So anyways, I sold a pair of Columbia shorts from the bins for $10.76 plus shipping, which at this point you guys are seeing it on the screen and it's probably this, but you know, sometimes I get worried. So I will double check for sure. Okay, BX. This is the brand Hayden Los Angeles. This is just a long sleeve knit shirt from the bins. I only bought it because it was new with tag. It only sold for $6.57 plus shipping. I believe when I went to list it, I noticed a couple flaws, which I did point out in my listing. So honestly, just glad to move it and still make a few dollars. Okay, DW. A men's Prana button-up shirt from the bins. Someone offered 20 on Posh. I was very happy to accept. DG. All right, this is Banana Republic. Just like a newer tag linen crop tank from the bins. I woke up on Sunday to a message saying, would I drop the price? I think I had it listed at $29. They said, would I drop the price to $20 because it was closet clear out. So that means that they get like the shipping discount and it doesn't come out of my pocket, which is nice. So yeah, I definitely did that for them and they bought it. So $20, I make the 16. So, and this is from the bin. So I think that's great. I almost forgot closet clear out even existed. But then on Sunday, normally on Sundays, I will send 30% offers to my whole closet and then go back and maybe even do some 40s. I did not do that this week. I might've did 30, but because that person reminded me about closet clear out, I was like, oh, it's been a long time since I've dropped prices at all on Poshmark. So I just went and did that a little bit, not to everything. I did it for like an hour and then I got bored. So I think I did like a few categories, maybe men's, home, and like pet or something. But yeah, I'm not sure that any of my other sales came from that exactly, but it did feel good to drop some prices because I noticed a lot of that stuff has been listed a while. So hopefully now, since I've dropped the price, now when people like it, they'll get an even lower offer from Posh or VA. Hopefully that stuff will just start moving in the next couple weeks here. All right, CH. This is the brand Abeo. I like selling this shoe brand. It's like a comfort shoe. These are from the bin. Someone offered me 36 on Posh. I was very happy to accept. we almost emptied that box out. All right, I believe you are a viewer, Tammy, so thank you so much. Tammy grabbed this Folk Manis rabbit puppet. I love selling puppets. And yeah, if you did not know this brand, it sells pretty well, Folk Manis. But honestly, I just sell puppets really well, like regardless of the brand. So I usually grab them at the bins, which this guy is from the bins. And yeah, Tammy paid $20.21 plus shipping. I'm assuming you're using this for like some sort of Easter prop. So I hope you love it. Thank you. Okay, BB. Right, pair of Eileen Fisher booties. These are not from the bins. I got these at Plato's Closet actually, which I think is funny because this is definitely a mature brand, which they always say we don't accept mature brands, but I'm still happy I found them there, so no complaints. I paid $14 for them at Plato's, but someone on Plush offered me $55. I was so happy to accept, mostly because these are women's like 6 or 6.5, which that size is a little bit harder to sell usually, so very, very happy. Alrighty, friends. Well, thank you so much for hanging out today. I feel like we talked about some random things, so yeah, if you guys have any thoughts or opinions or comments about that, please leave them below. I'd love to read them. And I think, so what is it, Monday? Tomorrow, I'm thinking I'm going to record. I went to the bins a little bit over the weekend, and then I'm going to the bins right now with a friend. So, neither of those I think are full-on bin hauls on their own, but I think together I can make a bin haul out of them. So that's probably what I'm going to work on tomorrow. So the video you will see after this will probably be that. And yeah, thank you all again for your support, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, friends.